Good evening. Indian culture, chapter number 2. Have you ever thought of the amazing process we as human beings have made in various spheres of life, be it language, literature, art and architecture, science or religion? Have you ever wondered how all this has been possible? This happened because we did not have to make a fresh beginning each time, but be able to make use of and build on the work of past generations. Have you never had to bother about having to make your own script or creating a new language system for yourself? These are already given to you, which you enjoy as a member of society. Then you build on it by making your contribution or addition, which further becomes an asset for the coming generations. This is a continuous and never ending process. This is a precious possession unique to human beings and is known as culture. Culture is a way of life. Your family has a culture, and so does your region and your country. You may be curious to know about the uniqueness of Indian culture and find out its distinct characteristics. In this unit, we will understand how Indian culture is unique and what are its characteristics. Objectives. After reading this lesson, you will be able to describe the distinctive feature of Indian culture, identify the central point and uniqueness of Indian culture, discuss the importance of spirituality in Indian culture, explain the points of diversity and underlying unity in it, and trace the process of infusion into and integration of elements from other cultures in Indian culture. Characteristics of Indian culture. Indian culture as many is as many-sided as life. It includes intellectual and social aspect of any human being. It also takes account of the atheistic instinct as well as the spiritual impulses of human being. It has also in effect an appeal to the subconscious as a force making for the formation of character. Look at the map of India and you will see India is a vast country with a lot of diversity in her physical and social environment. We see people around us speaking different languages, have different religion and practicing different rituals. You can also see these diversities in their food habits and dress patterns. Besides, look at the myriad form of dance and music in our country. But within all these diversities, there is an underlying unity which acts as a cementing force. The intermingling of people has been steadily taking place in India over centuries. A number of people of different racial stock, ethnic backgrounds, and religious beliefs have settled down here. Let us not forget that the composite and dynamic character of Indian culture is a result of the rich contribution of all these diverse cultural groups over a long period of time. The distinctive feature of Indian culture and its uniqueness are the precious possession of all Indians. Continuity and change. Many great cultures had developed in different countries and regions of the world. Many of them have perished or have been replaced by other cultures. However, Indian culture has had an enduring character. Despite major changes and upheavals, significant threads of continuity can be traced throughout the course of Indian history, right up to the present day. You may have read about the Harappan civilization which flourished in the Indian subcontinent over 4500 100 years ago. Archaeologists have found evidences to show that cultures existed here even before the matured phase of the Harappan civilization. This tells us that we have a very long history behind us, and yet what is amazing is that even today, the pattern of a house in an Indian village is not very different from that of a Harappan house. Some aspect of Harappan culture are still practiced, such as the worshipping of Mother Goddess and Pashupati. Similarly, Buddhist, Jain, and many other traditions continue to be followed even today. At the same time, one should not lose sight of the changes as are evident in the multi-storied building in the metropolitan cities like Mumbai and Delhi. Quite unlike the Harappan houses that had only one story, the point to be noted here is that continuity and change in our civilization has gone hand in hand. In fact, a remarkable feature of Indian culture is that along with continuity, it has kept on changing. Whereas the basic spirit of our culture continued, it had kept on discarding what was becoming irrelevant in the modern age. In our long history, there have been a period of ups and downs. As a result, movements have grown and reforms brought about. The reform movements in the Vedic religion brought about by Jainism and Buddhism in 6th century BC, and the religious and social awakening in the 18th and 19th century in modern India are a few examples when revolutionary changes were brought about in Indian thought and practices. Yet the thread of basic philosophy of Indian culture continued and still persists. Thus, a process of continuity and change has always been a feature of Indian culture. This shows the dynamic character of our culture, variety and unity. Indian culture over the last 3 millennia has successfully but quietly observed the best essential parts from other religions and cultures from time to time and integrated them into itself. Indeed, few cultures in the world have such variety as the Indian culture. You may perhaps wonder why the people of Kerala use coconut oil while the people of Uttar Pradesh use mustard oil for cooking. This is because Kerala is a coastal state and coconut grows here in plenty, while Uttar Pradesh is a plain area which is favorable for the growth of mustard. What is the similarity in the Bhangra dance of Punjab and or the Pongal of Tamil Nadu or the Bihu dance of Assam? Both are celebrated after a rich harvest of crops. Have you noticed the different languages that we speak like Bengali, Tamil, Gujarati or Odia? India is the home of many form of dance and music which we normally use for festivals and social functions like marriages or the birth of a child. A large number of languages and dialects are spoken in our country, which has led to the growth of a great variety of literature. People belonging to 8 great religions of the world coexist here in a harmonious manner. Do you know that India is home to many religions of the world like Jainism, Buddhism, Sikhism, and of course Hinduism? Numerous styles of architecture, sculpture, and paintings have developed here. Different styles of music and dance, both folk and classical, exist in the country. So also the numerous festivals and customs. This wide variety has led to the making of Indian culture both composite one and rich and beautiful at the same time. Why is there so much variety in our culture? There is many reasons for this. The vastness of the country and variation in its physical and climatic feature is an obvious reason for the variety. The second important reason for the variety in our culture is the intermingling among various ethnic groups. Since time immemorial, people from far and near have been coming and settling here. We find people belonging to different racial stocks like the proto astroloid, the Negroid, and the Mongolites living in India. Various ethnic groups like Iranian Greeks, Kushanas, Sakas, Hunas, Arabs, Turk, Mughals, and Europeans also came to India, settled here, and intermixed with the local population. The people belonging to other cultures brought their cultural habits, thoughts, and ideas, which got um, amalgamated into the existing culture. You will be surprised to know that it was only around 2nd century BC that stitched cloths such as salwar, kurtas, topis, etc. were brought to India by the Kushanas, Shakas, and Parthians. Prior to that, Indians wore clothes which were unstitched. Stitched. The latest is the introduction of shirts, trousers, skirts, etc., which were brought by the Europeans in the 18th century. India through the ages have shown a remarkable capacity for assimilation of ideas. This has contributed to the variety and richness of our culture. Along with context with our outside culture, cultural exchange between different regions of India has also continued. The chicken work of Lucknow, Fulkari embroidery of Punjab, Kantha embroidery of Bengal, Patola of Odisha show a distinct regional flavor. Although the centers in the south, north, east, and west of India have their characteristics cultures, yet these did not develop in absolute isolation. In spite of physical barriers, Indians used to travel from one part of the country to to another for trade or pilgrimage. Some regions were joined together through conquest or by alliance. As a result, people transmitted cultural habits and thoughts from one part of the country to the other. Military campaigns to look people from one place to another. This helped in exchanging ideas. Such contacts have led to the development of commonness in Indian culture, which has been maintained throughout our history. Another unifying factor is climate. Despite geographical diversity and climatic variations, India experiences an inherent unity. The system of monsoons is the most important component of the Indian climatic pattern, and this gives unity to the whole country. The coming of the monsoon has ensured that agriculture remains the main occupation of the people of India. On the other hand, the differences in physical features have affected the food habits, dress, houses, and economic activities of people, leading to the formation of social, economic, and political institutions. These factors in turn influence the thinking and philosophy of the people. The variety in physical feature and climate of India has thus led to the development of a variety of cultures in different regions. The typical feature of different regions have given some identity to these cultures. The composite nature of our culture is reflected in our music, dance forms, drama, and art forms like paintings, sculpture, and architecture as well. Our literature in different languages also reflects this composite nature. Unity in diversity is reflected in our political form as well. During the early Vedic period, society was pastoral. That is, people used to move from one place from place to place in search of pastures. But as at the but as the these people started practicing agriculture, they settled down. This settled life led to community development and growth of towns which needed rules and regulations. Thus emerged a political organization. This included the sabhas and samitis, which were political bodies through which people participated in governance. In course of time, the concept of rashtra emerged, and possession of territory became a new measure of power. In some places, republics came up. The period from 6th to 4th century BC is known as the age of Mahajanpadas. In India, in these kingdoms, kings had more powers. Subsequently, large empires were also established with emperors exercising absolute powers. You may be aware of ancient rulers such as Ashoka, Samudragupta, and Harshvardhana. The Mughals also established a vast empire in India. The British established themselves in India, and in 1858 India became a part of the British Empire. However, in 1947, we were able to gain our freedom after a long struggle. They were a sovereign, socialist, secular, and democratic republic, and a uniform system of government prevailed over the length and breadth of the country. Breadth of the country. Secular outlook. The secular character of Indian culture is a result of the intermingling of people belonging to diverse culture group over a long period of time. There have been instances of occasional conflicts here and there, but by and large, people have lived together peacefully for centuries. The popular culture tradition of India are the best example of such cultural synthesis in which a large number of people belonging to different religious groups come together. You are aware that there is a great variety of thoughts and habits in our country. Among such a variety, dominance of one particular thought is not possible. You will recall the Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains, Parsis and Jews live in India. The constitution declares India to be a secular country. Everyone is free to profess, practice and propagate any religion of his or own choice. The state has no religion of its own, and all religions are treated equally by the state. No one is to be discriminated on the basis of religion. The people have to a large extent developed a broad outlook, and they believe in the concept of live and let others live. Right to freedom of religion ensures secular nature of our polity. In the Western context, development of secularism meant complete separation of the church and the state. In India, secularism is taken as a more positive concept to cope with the complex social structure in the country, with a view to protecting the interest of all, particularly the minorities. Universalism. The concept of coexistence has not been confined to the geographical and political boundaries of the country only. India has a universal outlook, and it has been promoting the message of peace and harmony to the entire world. India has been raising a strong voice against racialism and colonialism. It has protested against the formation of power blocks in the world. In fact, India became one of the founder member of the non-aligned movement. India is committed to a development of other underdeveloped nations. In this manner, India has been discharging her responsibilities as a part of the world fraternity and has been contributing to the progress of the world. Materialistic and spiritualistic. Culture is spiritual development of a race or nation in the field of mind, interest, conduct, thought, art, skill, and civilization. India is popularly known to be a land of spirituality, particularly to the West. However, Indian history from ancient times to present day shows that the developments of materialistic and non-materialistic culture have been going on alongside. You will recall that the Harappan civilization was an urban one. This had a systematic town planning where road cut each others at right angle. They had a profound knowledge of mathematics, weights and measures. They had built their towns in a scientific manner and had an elaborate drainage system. The Harappan had external trade and traveled across the seas to trade with the Sumerians. Excellent books on medicines, planets, stars, and plants were written. Discoveries of theories like Earth rotates around the sun or Earth is round were made by Indian long before Europe accepted them. Similarly, in the area of mathematics and in the field of medicine and other sciences, India's achievements in ancient times have been remarkable. There was no opposition or resistance by religious or other thoughts in pursuing such knowledge. In philosophical thought, even atheistic thinking developed and grew in India. You may be aware that Jainism and Buddhism are silent about the existence of God. What does all this tell us? Indeed, that Indian culture has been both materialistic and non-materialistic or spiritualistic. The culture of India is the living expression of the simplicity and profundity of her people. Cultural identity, religion, reason, and ethnicity. Our cultural identities are based on various factors such as religion and region. As a result, each Indian possesses multiple identities. Which of these identities asserts himself a certain points of time and prevail over the others depends on the political, social, and economic context in which the person finds himself or herself. Thus, each person may have some things in common with another, but may have vastly different in some other aspects. For example, except belief, form of worship and rituals, there may be little that is common among those who follow a particular faith from the point of view of the whole country. Even in the form of worship and rituals, there are sectarian and regional differences. Thus, culturally, Hindus are not all similar, nor all are Muslims. Brahmins in Tamil Nadu and quite different from their counterparts in Kashmir. Thus, culturally, Hindus are not similar. Not all are the Muslims. Brahmins in Tamil Nadu are quite different from their counterpart in Kashmir. Similarly, Muslims in Kerala and Uttar Pradesh are dissimilar in several aspects of their culture. Regional identities are more real. People of different religions and jatis may have common regional cultural traits like language, food, dress, values, and also the worldview. In Bengal, both Hindus and Muslims take pride in being Bengalis. Elsewhere, one finds Hindus, Christians, and Muslims sharing several elements of regional culture. In principle, different religious groups owe their allegiance to different religious doctrines. For instance, the Vedas and Shastras may be sources of inspiration for Hindus, Quran and Hadith for Muslims, and the Bible for Christians. However, at the level of rituals and lifestyles, there is a lot of intermingling among followers of different religions. Ethnic culture is strong among the tribal groups. For example, in the small state of Nagaland, there are more than a dozen tribes and they differ from each other in their dress, speech, and beliefs. Bastar district of Chhattisgarh has several groups claiming different ethnic origins. Cultural influence. In the modern context, there are at least three significant influences on our culture. They are westernization, emergent national cultural style, and popular culture. Before independence, some Western modes were adopted by the aristocracy and members of the civil services. The influence over the years uh, has spread to the middle classes and to some small extent to the villages as well. The growing demand for English medium schools in the villages is a proof of this statement. During the struggle for freedom, a new style emerged. This became a national style. For example, the Gandhi cap and khadi may now be only ceremonial and a symbol, but it contributed to the unity of the country and provided commonness to culture. Popular culture, which is the product of mass media, is another unifying factor. The impact of films has been tremendous. Radio and television also reshapes images and attitudes. Their hold on us is undeniable. Modern media has promoted issues that are of both traditional and public interest. What you have learned. The meaning of culture is very wide and comprehensive. It has been defined as a sum total of integrated learned behavior. It connotes a way of life of the people living in a society. Culture constitutes knowledge, belief, arts, morals, customs, and any other capabilities and habits acquired by humans as members of society. Due to its adaptability and comprehensiveness, Indian culture has survived through the ages. Unity in diversity is one of the major characteristics of Indian culture, which makes it unique. A synthesis of various cultures came about through the ages to give shape to what is recognized as Indian culture today. Spirituality and value based lifestyle is the core of Indian culture, but it has a scientific temperament too. Thank you.